So all my Hungry Belly children were gonna be home for the weekend. So I decided to make them some soft, buttery, fluffy cocoa bread. So welcome back. And the flour that we're using is bread flour, but if you don't have it, you can use your all-purpose flour. So let's combine our dry ingredients, which is always in the description box on my YouTube page. But for the purpose of Facebook, I will post it in the comment section. All right. And I'm adding salt and sugar, but for the sugar, it's just like 2 tablespoons. The cocoa bread is not supposed to be sweet, but more on the savory side. Use a whisk to make sure that everything is combined properly, and we're gonna set that aside and move on to our wet ingredients. And you know it's cocoa bread, so we must use coconut milk. And you all know my favorite butter, Kerrygold. And guys, cocoa bread is not healthy. It's delicious, but we all know it's not healthy. It's full of lots of fat. All right. So if you're on your diet, make sure to eat this in moderation. All right. And don't come and blame me. All right. All right. So I'm adding an egg. You don't have to use the egg if you don't want to. You can omit it. And here I have my coconut milk. I'm going to pour it out and give it like 10 seconds in the microwave. I just need it to be warm or lukewarm to so that it can activate my yeast. And I'm using active dry yeast. I'm going to use 3¼ teaspoon. Remember, like 2¼ teaspoon is in one pocket. So I'm using one pocket and then I add a teaspoon from the other pocket. All right, we're gonna combine that, and sugar helps the yeast to activate, so we're gonna add a tablespoon of sugar in there as well, and just stir it around and cover it up for about 5 to 8 minutes, sometimes less, and it will become nice and foamy and ready to be used. Now you can use your hands to knead this, or you can use your mixer. Today was a lazy day for me, so I'm using my mixer. And this is what your yeast should look like. It's ready, activated, ready to be used. I'm gonna pour all of that in my mixer. I'm gonna add in my egg, my butter, and then we're gonna add in our dry ingredients. The mixture should be nice and soft and tacky. It shouldn't be sticky where you can't manage it at all, but it should be soft. And I know sometimes our measurement is off or different. Maybe what I call 1 cup of flour, you probably measure more. So if you find that your mixture is a bit on the dry side, just use a little bit of warm water and sprinkle on the dough while it's mixing or while you're kneading it, just to ensure that your dough is nice and soft, just like this. And we're going for a nice buttery dough, so I added another 2 tablespoons of butter while it was mixing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just roll it into a ball. Grease the dough so that when I'm ready to remove it from the pan, it's easily removed. Cover the dough and set it aside. It normally takes like 40 minutes to an hour. So here I have my rolling pin. My pan is greased. My dough has rise. And I'm going to go ahead and just punch it to release some of the air. Give it another knead again for about 30 seconds. And then we're going to section the dough. Now, I'm not really particular about size because I'm going to be making some large ones as well as some double folded ones. But if you are particular about your cocoa bread being exact size, you can use a kitchen scale. I'm not going to go through all of that. I'm going to roll them up in a ball and set them aside so that they're easier to work with and they're already forming their shape when you do that. All right, so now I'm going to use my rolling pin to roll them out. If you don't have a rolling pin, back in the days we used to use a rum bottle. Use whatever works for you, that's fine. All right, and to get them in a perfect round shape, you can use a soup bowl, or you can use something like this if you have one. It will give you a perfect round shape, but your cocoa bread will be on the smaller size. All right, so you can just roll it out as well in a circle, and that's fine. I don't need any bowl if you don't want to. All right, so once it's rolled out in about 1.5 inch thickness, I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna apply the butter. I think this is gonna be a double folded one, so we're gonna fold it, butter again, and then fold it. If you know the Black River cocoa bread, how they are shaped, this is very similar. Maybe theirs are bigger or the same size, I'm not sure, but those are some of the best cocoa bread, along with the ones at Dunbar's River in South Lamar that my husband loves so much. You can't go Jamaica and not buy some. Yeah, this is how they're shaped, and they're really buttery. And for those who know about cocoa bread, you know it's just one fold. All right, the original one that we used to buy at school with the patty, yeah, you just roll it out. put your butter on the inside and you give it one fold, and that's it. I know I have like a live stream of me baking cocoa bread before, and I think I have a couple of videos when I just started my channel of me baking cocoa bread. So for the original OGs, you already have seen me, but for those who are new here, instead of you searching for a video from me, here's a new one. So if you're gonna make this cocoa bread for your Thanksgiving table, make these big ones for the people who, you know, you have some family member that you make, they are the one that's supposed to go last. You can't let them eat first. Yeah. So you save these big ones for them, the ones that eat a lot. Fold it over one time and we're done. And that's only for the big ones. I feel like these little quarter fold one will go nicely on your Thanksgiving table. So this is one pan. I have so much more to do, so I'm gonna go ahead, cover this with plastic wrap, set them aside again, and in like 20 to 30 minutes they will double in size. My oven is like the warmest part of the kitchen right now, so we're gonna place them in there. And after like 30 minutes, this is what they look like. You see them fat and fluffy? Yes. So once all of them look like this, we're gonna just turn the oven on at 350 degrees, and I bake them for like 18 to 20 minutes or till they're nice and golden brown like these that you see right here. Don't burn them up. All right, so now we're gonna apply some more butter. Yes, more butter. I told you this is not the healthiest of things to eat, but it's really nice. All right, so we just apply more butter and they're good to go. Pair them with anything you want, some escovitch saltfish patty if you want, and what else? Cheese. I love cocoa bread and cheese, especially the good old tasty cheese. Yeah. And you know, transparency is key, so let me show you how nice and fluffy this cocoa bread is. Look at butter. Look at steam. Yes, it was so so good, and we're gonna call in one of the craving persons now. Let them come test it out for you guys.
Y'all don't judge me. I just came home from work, okay? That's why I look like a homeless person. Gotta slap that cheese on there. The right cheese would be, you know, the Jamaican cheese, but I have to make do.
Tasty cheese. It's so good. Yeah, definitely need tasty cheese. Alright, then I can come here.
I really don't even need the cheese because
but
the parts I've been eating right now doesn't have the cheese yet.
It's so good on its own. It didn't even need the cheese, trust me. Thank you all so much for watching, and thanks to everyone who has been voting for Trelawney for Baby of the Year. Thank you all so so much. I appreciate it. I see you guys, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to share the video. All right.